Alright, I am back. Let's turn on music. I'm Martin046. What's up? Welcome. Let's turn it down a little further. So, it is time to move on to the next. Well, again, I can't really call it a game. Let's call it an experience. Batman Partners in Peril. It is some sort of interactive comic book thing. And it is for Windows 3, which means I need to boot up my trustworthy virtual machine. So, let's see if we can get that up and running. Let's get rid of this music and make sure everything. Yeah, okay. So we'll do. Let's see. That looks better. And boom, there we go. And the timer, right? Thanks. Good call. My Brazilian installation of Windows, because why not? So we do have our CD-ROM here. I think we can pretty much just run it straight off here. I don't think, yeah. So Batman.exe here. Projector skeleton. Batman created with Bob Kane. Get fucked. For private use and viewing all hour. Well, let's hope they don't come to arrest us. Oh man, my voice is like all horrible. Let's see if we can fix that. So we're gonna launch into this thing right away. We got a few settings here to look at. We can set it to autoplay, but that's gonna be a terrible idea, and we'll see why eventually. Yeah, already Jack Rob. Yeah, it's yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet. So we got a little help screen here to explain. Basically, it's funny because they show this kind of panel, but the control panel doesn't look like this. It's kind of stupid. And here, this is like the DVD style chapter select. You can like skip past. And let's not get too spoilery. We're gonna start from the beginning. So when I first saw this, when I first got it to run, like I just wanted to see. I had to, I got hold of it, got up and running, I had to try it. And I was really kind of confused by it. Like, what the hell is this thing even? And it turns out that this... I mean, I had my guess, and it was pretty much... My suspicions were confirmed once I did some looking into it. But basically, they've made this kind of comic out of a cartoon something or other from the 60s. And this would have been... before the like Justice Friends or whatever, like the cartoons. Nah, not Cartoon Maker, not that kind of confusion, I guess. And this would have been essentially like a cartoon, not exactly a follow-up to the Adam West series, but it would be like closer to that than any other version of Batman. So they took footage from one episode of that show, basically, and repurposed that into this kind of comic thing. It's confusing because if you look at the cover art, like, the Batman on the cover looks a lot more modern. And even the villains, even though they kind of have the character designs from this cartoon, just the way they're drawn and colored makes it look a little more modern. But rest assured, this is not based on anything from the 90s. Which, I mean, if it wasn't already clear just looking at it. Can you... I just realized you cannot see my mouse cursor. Can I... Let's do this. There we go. Okay, that's better. And that's why I was hesitant to say that this is one of the few games not based on a TV show or movie. But it kind of is, except it's not based on the current. It's not based on the show that was actually on TV. It's based on this weird 30-year-old thing. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started with Batman Partners in Peril.
World's most impregnable bank vault on the 39th floor of the Gotham building, with a security system that is turned off once a day while a new combination is installed.
Now, at the precise moment, the bank vault is sucked dry. And who is responsible? Fantastic. Unbelievable. But there it is, Dynamic Duo. The perfect crime. So yeah, this thing is like half voiced. And anything that it doesn't voice itself, I'm gonna have to cover. But some of these panels have extra animations and stuff going on. Some of them don't. And we just have to kind of figure out as we go. But alright. Okay, let's see what happens next. Next page.
Not enough information for the Batcomputer to be of help, I'm afraid, Robin. Guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens next, Batman.
Some of the panels got this little thing to click on. This is brand new, never before seen footage of Batcomputer analysis. Possible suspects: Penguin, Riddler, Catwoman, Joker, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze. I guess these numbers mean like probability or something. Mr. Freeze is currently in custody, so it's probably not him. Number one suspect, the Penguin. Recommendations, none. Okay, we don't have much data here, I guess. Well, just as Robin says, guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens next, Batman. You don't have long to wait for. At this moment, another Penguin caper takes place.
Batman! Armored car on Highway 90! We're on our way, Commissioner. Come on, Robin, to the Batmobile.
The Dynamic Duo, excellent. The Penguin. Quick, the Batapulse. Bullseye. Here now, what are you doing? Delivering you to the police.
Guess again, Masked Manhunter.
Now who's this?
The Joker plane. We've lost our man.
We've lost our man. That's horrible. Penguin just suspended on a meat hook or something, just takes off. Doesn't seem very safe, but they'll catch him eventually. All right, what happens next?
Soon, in a deserted carnival, the dread duo becomes a terrible trio. Remember the rules of our contest, Riddler? Sure. The one who pulls off the most daring crime will take over Gotham City's crime empire. Right. You muffed your chance, bird brain.
So we got here. Okay, so this is the letter invitation sent by the Joker. Greetings, my felonious inferiors.
You are invited to participate in a contest to decide once and for all who is the greatest criminal mind in Gotham. Me, of course. If you can muster the nerve, meet me at the old deserted carnival outside of Gotham. Your adversary, the Clown Prince of Crime. Now let's see who gets the next crack at it.
Crap, dude. Guys, this is a multimedia CD-ROM. This is amazing.
That night, near the underground vaults, where Gotham Laboratory stores its precious fissionable material.
Almost finished, Riddler.
By now, my riddle clue should be reaching the masked manhunters.
Empty silent panel.
Addressed to me, Commissioner?
Yes.
What is found beneath the ground? It rhymes with molten salt.
What's up? The Riddler's given us a real brain teaser this time, Robin.
Can you figure it out, Barbara?
No, Dad, and I haven't time for games.
Meanwhile, in the hushed atmosphere of Gotham Library, salt, vault, and there's only one underground vault in Gotham City. I get it. Vault rhymes with malt and salt. And the storage vault's Gotham Lab. Right.
The Riddler! Another Riddler!
Another Riddler.
I warn you.
Stump, or we'll shoot you all down.
They were just balloons. Filled with sleeping gas.
I like how you can sort of piece together the sequence of events here, but there are no balloons being showed here. They didn't bother making panels out of every shot, so sometimes we kind of lose out on potentially significant information. But these are the sacrifices that have to be made to create such a next generation multimedia product. It just comes with the territory. Oh shit! Right, so we get this little bat cursor. That means there's animation. All right, that's some next gen shit. All right, I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait to see what happens next. Next page.
There's a fortune in plutonium stored here. Don't overlook a single drop.
Oh, we have to guess that that's the Riddler, I guess? I don't know. Surfscape Software Utilities. User ID bttp://the.riddler.com. Gotham Laboratories boasts the only facility within 100 miles capable of handling as well as storing plutonium. Plutonium is stored in an underground vault used for nuclear research. It is heavily guarded as it is highly valuable. Is there more here? Nope. Wait, why is this presented in a theater? That makes no sense. Anyway. Didn't you overlook something, Riddler? Yeah, we got not exactly animations, but letters lighting up in sequence and stock sound effects. Whew. It's almost too exciting.
Look out!
One Batarang coming up.
Batman, the Riddler's gone.
Couldn't have gotten far. So this scene isn't confusing at all. To be fair, I guess the amount of animation we see here is roughly equivalent of the actual animation you would see in like a 60s cartoon like this, so we're not too far off.
He's as good as caught. Where did that come from?
I'm sorry, Batman. I was only trying to help.
And you did. To help the Riddler escape.
That's harsh. Like that's unnecessarily mean, Robin. That's not helpful either. Anyway, so the Riddler escapes.
Now it's my turn to try for king.
For my caper, I intend to wipe out Batman and Robin.
The big question is, why have our three arch enemies joined forces?
The voicing is just a little inconsistent. There's like half of the panels have voices and half of them don't. So here we get nothing, so...
Perhaps, sir, they mean to throw you off guard, so they may perpetrate a massive caper. No.
Watch this magnet operate.
Look out! Bill!
A little animation here. Check this shit out.
Good. There goes the bat signal.
How do you plan to outrun the Batmobile?
While dragging an armored car.
Bird brains, I want Batman to catch up to me.
I love that we get a little half a second of super funky background music there we don't get to hear otherwise.
I don't get it, Batman.
Nor do I. This seems too easy.
Those bad birds are gaining fast, Joker.
Relax, I prepared a fitting gambit for them, and this will flip them.
Alright, okay. Is that his rearview mirror or what's going on here?
Holy flipovers! How do we get out of this one?
Will they get out? Activate hover jets. On.
They're back on the road.
I'll release the armored car. Maybe we can lose them.
Attention, Joker. Take next right turn and...
Needle in a haystack. We'll never find him now.
You're right, chum. I'm afraid we've lost this round.
I guess they got away. It's not really clear, but we'll take Batman's word for it. I'm afraid we've lost this round.
Where in blazes are we? The Catwoman!
I don't think that was Riddler's voice, but alright.
Meanwhile, all three of them have teamed up. Right, Commissioner. That's why I suggest that the entire police department be put on 24-hour alert. You heard about our contest?
Yes, and I knew you could never succeed separately. Commissioner Gordon to Batman. I've just received an anonymous tip.
We're on our way.
And so am I, Batman.
Being completely ignored here, but alright.
Only authorized personnel permitted in here. It's the Penguin!
Stand back.
I've authorized myself. I'll electrocute the first bird who approaches.
That's a pretty good scream. All right, this seems dangerous. They had an anonymous tip, huh?
Try us, Penguin. Aim at one, the other will get you.
And if he won't, I will.
Nasty little man.
Wow. State-of-the-art special effects.
What's your hurry?
Stay a while. He's all yours, officers.
All points bulletin. Proceed to the junction of Main Street and Gotham Boulevard. That last signal may tie in with a tip-off.
Now a mass of police cars responding to the Riddler's phony signal rush into his trap.
Let's see you riddle yourselves out of this maze, my friends.
Activate the Batdozer.
Batdozer operative.
Batdozer. Wow. Holy shit, just broke right through. Let's see here. We got some official specs here on the Batdozer. Reinforced titanium. Strongest possible ally for optimum strength. Makes sense. Good idea. Electromagnetic shield generator. Creates an electromagnetic shield for impact reduction. Retractable blade. Dude, this is some serious stuff. It's perhaps somewhat crudely illustrated here, but let's ignore that.
Whoa! Welcome aboard, Riddler. Right now, at the entrance to the Gotham Police Arsenal. What's that?
It's a time bomb. Scatter! Another anonymous tip. It's just plain crazy.
Crazy or not, we've got to check it out.
Follow me, boys. Now let's load up on those beautiful weapons.
Mind if we join you, Joker?
Here's your net result.
Okay, this is an action scene. I guess we can tell from the music.
Shoot them down!
Without guns?
Here, fellas, have some more guns.
Please, Joker, don't go away mad.
You female.
What a thing to say, huh?
That's correct. I was tipped off to every one of those crimes. Which one of you creeps ratted? The Riddler. Me? Why, you...
Hold it. How could any of you squeal on all three? Catwoman.
All right, this was sudden, but okay.
That must be Catwoman's hideout.
Giant, roughly cat-shaped hole in the forest or whatever. Sure, seems like a reasonable conclusion. Set instruments for automatic hover. It just hovered right into whatever this is, I guess.
Now, Catwoman shall reign as queen of the underworld. Unless you can escape those razor-sharp fangs.
Dude, this is pretty dangerous stuff here.
Back tortures, Robin. Roger.
That's some quick thinking, Batman. I like it.
Catwoman, look! They melted the steel teeth!
We better get out of here.
Just melt the teeth. Alright, then, you know, doesn't pose any threat whatsoever. 'Cause the teeth aren't sharp. They're just molten steel now. That's fine. Alright, makes sense. Yeah, R.I.P. Cat Gardner.
Moments later,
They're trying desperately to convey a sense of speed here. Or a sense of anything happening. Just slides up the wall, okay. Alright, alright.
now Batgirl reaches the scene.
Catwoman.
There goes our feline foe.
Stand by for Batapult intercept.
Easy now. Steady. There. Okay.
Yeah, we got a little animation here. Alright. Are they gonna catch her? It's action music time.
Hit him, chum.
I just love the whiplash effect, like on the punches, and he's just, like very relaxed about the whole ordeal. All right. Just the windows keep animating for a little while, but not until the end of the sound. Okay.
This is my big chance to stop that witch.
Weirdly good animation all of a sudden. Rep Catwoman. Alright, is this the conclusion here? What's going on?
Later.
Not at all cut off, just later. Congratulations, masked manhunters. Once again, you have averted the catastrophe. Thank you, sir. But I think Batgirl deserves some credit.
I often wonder who Batgirl really is.
I bet you do. I bet you do. That's some quality ass animation. And so they take off into the night. The end. And there you have it, guys. Partners in Peril. Alright, I think. Made with Macromedia, QuickTime. Bat Anything is a registered trademark. I love this. We hope you enjoyed Batman Partners in Peril. This project began when DC Comics and Inverse Inc. decided to bring your favorite comic character to life. Okay, whatever. Basically, what they're saying is like, please give us your feedback and tell us if this was good or whatever. And it wasn't. Like, we are dedicated to improve quality and bring you the best products. So they put out that initial lineup of like, there's one Batman, and I think there's a Superman one and an Aquaman one, and then like, the company folded. And yeah, it just quits. So yeah, that's right, okay, we need to set us here for 486. Okay. Well, Hope you enjoy our new DC superhero titles. So yeah, this is like Macromedia Director. This is like it's just a slideshow. Like it is kind of crazy to imagine this being like an actual commercial product. This whole thing. Yeah, there have been other attempts like it, but it's so like it doesn't make sense unless you could fit it on a floppy. Like something like this doesn't make sense unless you have simpler distribution, i.e. the internet, to download these things. Because having like, sure, I mean, I guess one compact disc kind of takes less space than one issue of a comic book, but not really. If you have to have a comics collection, like certainly it doesn't. You could fit more than one issue on one disc. Yeah, it's 148 megabytes, and obviously it probably could have been a lot smaller. Or with modern technology, you could squeeze it, into something smaller for sure. And it's like it's not a very good. It isn't even a comic. It's a cartoon that they made a comic out of, and that's kind of the weirdest thing. I mean, I guess they needed something that was standalone. I mean, you couldn't pick a random issue of a Batman comic book, because then it's gonna be, it's episodic or well, no, it's not episodic. It's, what's the other word? Well, I forget. Whatever. But it's part of it, like an ongoing story, so you couldn't really pick one out. But it somehow, to me, it gives me the feeling that like DC didn't believe in this or didn't want to like put actual comics on there, but they're like, right, here, we've got this archive of these shitty 60s cartoons. Make something out of this shit, I guess. But don't like sully the name of our actual comics. Yeah, like I said, so this thing wasn't very, long-lived. But it was cool. I mean, it's fun to see, part of history and all that. Let's get some music going. But that was Partners in Peril. So, time to check in on this here. Oh, is it still in the background somewhere? No. Hang on. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Oops. So, it's been read, I guess. Read the whole thing in 0 hours, 23 minutes. Whoa, hang on. Wrong input language. There we go. 0 hours, 23 minutes, 11 seconds. And I got a feeling this is probably going to stay as the shortest entry on this entire list. I mean, if I learned to 1cc the original Batman arcade game, it would be shorter. Or, I mean, if I took another credit feed run through and start from zero. Batman Forever might even be 20-something minutes, full run. And going forward, I don't think there's going to be... Well, maybe the Gamecom, the Batman and Robin game, but I don't know. So, this could well be our shortest thing so far, or for the rest of the whole thing. Maybe, yeah. Justice Unbalanced and Toxic Chill. Actually, I don't think they're that short, but anyway. This goes in the green pile, that's for sure. Completed this. Totally legitimate. Not that there's much of a fail state or anything, but... So, next up is another Windows 3 joint, but there's a lot more to it. And this one, we're going back to the cartoon, and this is based on, well, the current cartoon, I should say. Or the animated series. If you want to lend an air of credibility to it, whatever. It is The Adventures of Batman and Robin Activity Center, aka Batman Activity Center. And I think we'll take a look at it. We'll get started, but we'll probably I've been streaming for a while. I'm not sure if we're gonna finish it. We'll see. We'll see. But I need to do a little bit of setup to get that working. So let's jump back to this scene right here and set up for Batman Activity Center. Let's see. This here is. There we go. So I'll be back in a few minutes with Batman Activity Center.